Welcome back to a new episode of Home Course. Today we made the short drive from Dallas, Texas up to Oklahoma. We're in the heart of Oklahoma City right now, where we're going to be visiting with rising star in the world of golf, Talor Gooch. Talor broke onto the scene with his win at the RSM Classic, but also had a major campaign in the inaugural LIV season where he was a member of the 4 Aces who took home the team championship. We're going to go check out Talor's home, learn a little bit about the start of his foundation, and also just get to know a little bit more of his personal life. So come along, this is going to be a great episode. My buddies and I, we tee it up as much as possible. And although we hack it around as much as anybody, my job is to keep morale high and make sure the boys have their Corona premiere. Oh man, you're gonna need one of these. It's all good, man. I got you one of these.
Thank you. Did you see where this went in?
No clue, dude, but I got you one of these. Good times. Another great day out on the course with the boys is your light beer premiere.
What's up, dude? How's it going? Good to see you,
man.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah, dude, just a short drive from Dallas.
Yeah.
Made it easy.
Yeah, can't see it out there anymore, but there was snow here a couple days ago.
Yeah, I was in California actually and avoided the snow, so it worked out pretty good, but a little cold this time of year. So, born and raised Oklahoma, huh?
Yep, Oklahoma City, born and raised, still here. Went to Oklahoma State. A lot of people kind of think I'm crazy for still living in Oklahoma, but man, it's home, so I love being here.
And you got family here, it makes it easy, so.
Yeah, exactly. You know, we travel quite a bit, so it's nice when you're not traveling to be around, family and friends, and makes the travel a little bit more difficult than other places, but hey, I like being home.
So where do you play your golf at normally? What's your home club?
Yeah, so a couple places, mainly out at Oak Tree National. It's about 10 minutes from where I live, and then another place called Galardia. And so it's nice because Oak Tree National will whoop you. It's I think the 2027 Senior Open. It's had a PGA Championship. It's had a bunch of big tournaments, and then Galardia, I can go out there and drink some beer with my buddies and go make some birdies. So it's a nice little 1-2 punch.
Yeah, no, that's awesome, man. Well, dude, this off season's been a little bit different for you. I mean, you've had a little more time off than normal, but that plays into your favor well. You got a little 18-month little girl, correct?
Yeah, it's like I tell people, the 2-3 months flew by a lot quicker than what I was expecting when you have a little 18-month-old girl. So, man, it's been great being able to spend time with my wife and my girl, and just enjoying being home. We're not in the professional golf world, that hasn't been a thing in the past, so it's been a nice little change of pace. And I'm headed out here in a couple days for the first event of the year, and ready to get going. Yeah.
I see here you got your trophies up on display and some stuff. So let's head over here and check it out. All right, so obviously I'm seeing all these champagne bottles and collection of wine, which is pretty impressive. So before we dive into trophies or anything, what's your go-to wine that you guys enjoy?
Man, it depends on the night. Obviously with LIV, we have a thing with champagne now, so
I'm gonna get to that. Yeah.
So we've gotten into champagne lately. But no, so actually my senior year at Oklahoma State, my last semester, I only had 2 classes left to graduate, and they were electives. I could take whatever I wanted. And Oklahoma State has a program or a college, a school within called Hotel and Restaurant Administration. So anything that has to do with hotels or restaurants, they have a class for. They had a class called wine tasting. So, of course, I took wine tasting for my last year of school. And so that's ironically what kind of got me going into wine was I got to literally taste and drink wine basically on Thursday nights before I went out. Thursday nights. Because the class was Thursday from like 6 p.m. to like 8:15. So this poor college kid got to go and do some wine tasting as a little pregame, basically. And it sparked a passion and a love for wine. And I just me and my wife love the community aspect of it. That's why we have a room here, and in the next house we're gonna have another, like a wine room dedicated to just coming and sitting down and hanging out with people, drinking some wine.
You have your awards up here. Walk me through. So obviously you won on the web.com tour, or Corn Ferry Tour in 2017. Started your PGA Tour career and finally hit the top, winning at the RSM in 2021, correct?
Yeah.
Just walk me through that experience and the highs and lows of really trying to make it on tour and then ultimately hoisting that trophy on Sunday.
Yeah, so my rookie year on tour, I dealt with a little bit of injuries, and I had an appendix removed. I had a couple little back things, and so my start to my PGA Tour career was kind of a little bit rough. And then year 2, I had conditional status, and I played really well in Palm Springs, and then really well in Torrey, and it kind of my PGA Tour kind of took off from there. And then finally in year 4, I got my first win at RSM, and that fall I played really well. I had a couple other opportunities to win, and finally got it done at the last term of the season, so it was a good way to cap the year off.
Yeah, won by 3 shots, right?
Yeah, it was nice on the last hole, having about 30-footer, knowing I could 5-putt or something to win, so it made it nice.
I can imagine when you're like up by 1, how small the hole can look like from even 5 feet out. So
correct.
That's awesome, man. So I mean, that win obviously led into some other stuff we'll talk about, but this last year you made a transition and you're playing on the LIV Tour. You're part of the 4 Aces, and you guys obviously went on a tear there. You won 4 straight events, and 4 straight events, and
1 for each of us.
Yep, and then ultimately won the team championship there at the end in Doral. So, and going back to the champagne, you guys were popping bottles up on stage. There were a couple moments there where someone almost lost an eyeball. And,
correct.
You guys got better and better as you were going with that, but I mean, just a vibrant experience. What was that like, kind of transitioning from the tour, PGA Tour, where it's really individual based? I mean, obviously there's a team aspect of it. You've got your caddy, you've got a lot of other people that you work with, your strength coach and everything, but working with the team, relying on each other, and there were so many critical moments just from a fan watching it where a putt for someone that wasn't in contention really mattered for the team, which made it really interesting to watch. Like, what was that like for you that first year?
Oh, it was, I've never been so nervous being in 10th place individually at a tournament, because there's so much more on the line. Like this big trophy here is from Portland, so that was the first win that we had. Charles Schwartzel was ahead of us and ahead of my group, and we were finishing on the 3rd or 4th hole or whatever. And so I knew it was going to come down to us and them for the team win. And so, like I said, I was in 10th or 12th place or whatever, and so I'm watching him on the hole ahead of us, which is a par 3, and he hit it in the water. And I got excited. You don't rarely root for people to do bad, but when I saw that, I was like, all right, that gave us a little bit of cushion here. I just got to not screw up the last hole, basically. So, like I said, I've never been so nervous being in 10th or 12th place, because it's so meaningful. And so it was been, obviously it's a much different week. It's 3 days instead of 4 days. There's the team aspect. There's a ton of differences, but I'm a big team sport guy. Obviously, I grew up playing a bunch of sports, and I still follow everything. Football, baseball, basketball, and so it was just really cool being part of a team every week. It's just a different vibe, and it's something that I personally thrive in, and so we had a blast this last year.
So last thing on LIV, so last year you were part of the 4 Aces. This year you got a new team you're going to be stepping into. You're going to be going on Bubba's team into the new year. Walk us through that change and kind of what your forward-thinking thoughts there about joining forces with them.
Yeah, I'm super excited. Obviously, to be able to be on a team with Bubba is going to be awesome. And then, one of my best buddies out there, Harold Varner, to be able to partner with one of your good buddies and go try to win some championship. I mean, it's cool. Like I said, I didn't dream of playing professional golf and thinking I'm going to be able to go partner with a buddy and go try to win tournaments, win titles. So that's going to be really cool. And then the 4th guy, Hudson Swafford, has become one of my good buddies out there as well. And so, and so it's just going to be a fun year. It's going to be, some newness, and obviously we have 14 events this year as opposed to 8. So it's going to be different from that aspect. So, I know everyone's really excited, chomping at the bit to get going. So it's going to it's gonna be fun, and I think our team might have some cool gear too.
Okay.
So we'll see, but I think we're gonna have some cool stuff.
Yeah, excited to see what the new year's all about. Obviously, putting together a major sports league as quick as they did, I thought went off really well. The events I went to, I was really impressed. I didn't really know what to expect, and obviously you guys as a team played amazing last year, winning as many times as you did, but that's pretty cool. I mean, honestly, the only time I can think of, I mean, there's been a few times in sports where maybe friends have come together, some of these super teams or whatever, but like, the only time I can think of is when you get like a member guest going or something, you get to play with your buddy,
Right.
you know what I mean? So
Right.
that'll be a lot of fun for you and Harold
Yeah.
to do that, and
Absolutely.
best of luck in the new season, man. It's coming up here pretty quick.
It is. I'm excited.
So going back to the win at RSM, that came with a little extra something that boosted you and your wife into starting a foundation, which is something you always want to do. Kind of walk us through that and kind of what that's been like for you over the last year, but what your future plans are for a foundation and what you're benefiting.
Yeah, my wife and I had a dream for a long time to have a foundation and to be able to help people. And for me, whenever I won the RSM, I had the most birdies in the fall on the PGA Tour, and at the RSM, Davis Love's Charity Birdies for Love was the charity for the week, and they awarded the guy who made the most birdies for the season with $300,000 to give to a foundation. And so when I found that out, I said to my wife, I feel like this is a God moment. And so we reached out to Birdies for Love and said, hey, we don't currently have a foundation, but we've had this dream, and this would be a huge help to get us going. And they said, as long as it benefits kids, then we would love to do that and help get that going. And like I said, it's such a God moment, and it blessed us to be able to start this foundation that, we had our first inaugural event the Monday after PGA Championship last year. Had a bunch of my buddies come and play, and it raised a bunch of money, and we did a bunch of good stuff. And specifically, we work with an organization called Hope is Alive, and another organization called Positive Tomorrows. And probably the coolest thing that came from starting the foundation was Positive Tomorrows is a school for homeless children, and from 6 months into 6th grade. And we were able, it's based here in Oklahoma City. It's kind of the first of its kind. It's not a public school. And we were able to help raise money to go and buy them a school bus. Wow. To be able to go around town and go pick up these kids, whether it's from homeless shelters or whether it's them living with an aunt or an uncle or whatever it may be. And so it's a really, really awesome organization, and we were able to help help these kids out and give them opportunities to get an education, and they provide essential needs, food and clothing and bathing and everything. And so super, super awesome organization. And for us, like I said, I'm from Oklahoma, live here. Oklahoma is in my heart at the core, and so to be able to help locally, it's like I keep telling people, for me it's beyond a dream come true, because I never thought I would even make birdies to make trophies, much less be able to make an impact with children and people in the local community. So super, super cool and such a blessing.
That's amazing, man. Well, congrats on that, because a lot of people want to contribute, and obviously anyone can contribute in any way, small or big, and it makes a difference. But to be able to do that, and then to start it off with a $300,000 donation by dropping a bunch of birdies, you're right, that is a God moment. That'll help catapulted you to a different level. And so this year, what's the plans with the foundation, and what's the future look like there?
Yeah, we fortunately, LIV is going to come to Oklahoma, and so we're going to have another foundation event the Monday of that week, and I think it's going to be a really cool week. We're going to raise a bunch of money, and then we're going to hopefully have a hospitality suite for the week, where we're going to have a little bit of an impact there, and we're going to be able to bring some of these organizations in that we partner with locally to kind of give them a little bit of exposure. Awesome. And then obviously, like I said, hopefully we raise a bunch of money and going to be able to help impact these local charities that we partner with. And so it's going to be really, really cool. And we also, it hasn't been announced yet, but we're gonna partner with the AJGA and going to host our first Talor Gooch Foundation AJGA tournament here at one of the courses I play at, Galardia. And so that'll be really cool. Obviously, for me, junior golf is, I wouldn't be here without junior golf, you know? And so we're gonna be able to go and help those kids out, and it's gonna be a fun week, and to be able to, it worked out schedule-wise to be able to be there the week of, and so we're gonna have a clinic, we're gonna have a dinner, we're gonna have a bunch of cool stuff that week. So it's gonna be a busy year, but it's gonna be fun.
Well, it's gonna be busy but very rewarding though. That's amazing that you guys were able to do that. And I mean, having that incorporated with the event in Oklahoma, I mean, having a home game for you is gonna be great, but just to capitalize on that for the foundation, I mean, stars are aligning there.
Dude,
So
it's just a blessing, man. It's awesome, and you know, hopefully we'll be able to do a lot of good.
So you got a new home being built that's in close proximity to here. You want to head over there and check it out, kind of walk us through a little bit of your planning? And
Absolutely.
All right,
Let's do it.
let's go head over that way. Okay?
All right, sounds good.
Sick rides, man. So you're a big Cadillac guy?
Yeah, I started working with a dealership here in Stillwater, actually, where I went to school, Wilson Cadillac, and they got me hooked up. We got a bit of a sleeper right here. It's a CT5 Blackwing. It's
Beast.
when I started earlier, you could tell it's a little bit of a monster. But then we got like my favorite car of all time, the Escalade. So let's take that to the new house.
All right, so this is the future Casa de Gooch.
Yes, it is under construction. Hopefully done this summer so we can enjoy it.
Dude, this is incredible, man.
Yeah.
You guys are probably chomping at the bit to get into this spot.
Yeah, it's gonna be nice to have a little bit more space for sure. It's man, it's a blessing, and it's a dream come true to be able to do something like this. So, and also for everyone out there, this started before LIV happened. So just so everyone knows. Enter right here. This is the new wine room where all my Oklahoma State wine education will be put to the test. Be a fun room. Then we'll walk through.
Nice big windows, that's awesome.
Yeah, this is something you don't see often in Oklahoma. Is these will all slide open.
In my door?
Yeah, in my worldly travels, you know, I see a lot of these in specifically Arizona, Southern California, where the weather's really good, where you can just open it up, and we're gonna have a pool back there, and so probably won't be able to open those up as much as the people in Southern Cal get to, but it will be nice on the days that we can.
When
to
you're
be
able,
to,
they will be open.
Exactly. So the kitchen here, little dining room right here, and then probably my favorite place is going to be back here in the back of the house. Is we're going to have a golf simulator room and a workout area. So it will be a
little man cave action.
Yeah. I'll tell my wife that it's for work, but I think there might be a sneaky little refrigerator with some, you know, adult beverages around here. So yeah, this will be the golf sim room right here, hidden into that. I need to talk to Full Swing and Foresight and Trackman to see who's going to go in there.
Who's going to step up right here?
Yeah, we'll see. And then this will be the workout room right here. So it'll be nice to
open up to the pool right here.
Yeah,
too.
exactly. So it'll be nice to. Still deciding if I'm gonna jump on the cold plunge trend that everyone's in right now.
Man, everyone's swearing by it.
Yeah.
I haven't done it myself, but they're saying it's good for recovery, inflammation,
Yeah,
and all
so
that.
my cold plunge might be just jumping in the pool.
Well, yeah, I guess Oklahoma, your cold water.
A little bit
heat
chilly.
This is incredible, man.
Yeah, man. It's like I said, it's a dream come true. It's been fun to you know, be a part of the whole process. We love hanging out with, you know, family and friends, and that's kind of the thought process behind this house was, let's make it a you know, an entertainment house. We can open these doors up, big covered patio, pool and everything. So it'll be fun.
This is awesome, dude. Well, man, hey, thanks for having us,
Yeah.
and good luck this season as you guys kick things off. I'll be out there rooting for you, and dude, always a pleasure, man.
Hey, enjoyed it.
Take care, man.
We'll do this again whenever this house is done.
Absolutely, we'll count on that.
All right, perfect.